We arrived at Yxaroth, and the scene could not be more desolate. Eternal storms sweep across the planet, distorting time and space, making everything even more surreal. The floating ruins of ancient cities seem to defy gravity, as if the planet itself is disintegrating. The atmosphere is filled with radiation, and every breath feels like a struggle against the poisonous air. This place is a reflection of what the Obsidian Horde will do to all worlds if we do not stop them. The silence is deafening, broken only by the distant sound of structures collapsing. The weight of devastation is in every piece of land, in every fragment of civilization that remains. I do not see just the end of Yxaroth. I see the end of all worlds if this continues. Zaroth, the Desolator, is responsible for all of this. The Dark Leader who, with his cruelty and power, destroyed this planet. Now, he plans to spread his dominion across the galaxy. We need to stop him here. The war does not end while he is alive. As we infiltrate the ruins of Yxaroth, every step feels heavier than the last. The cosmic storms roar above us, distorting reality around us. The planet is a maze of ruins, with broken structures and debris floating in the wind. Even here, at the heart of destruction, I can feel the presence of something else, something evil. The ruins of Yxaroth speak of a civilization that was once great, but now is nothing more than ashes and rubble. What remains of them? What happened here? The answers are somewhere, but I have the feeling that we are being watched with every movement. Our goal is not just to destroy, but to understand. We need to discover the true purpose behind the war. Why the Obsidian Horde started all of this. For this, we head toward a secret laboratory. There, we will find the answers, or at least, I hope we will. Entering the laboratory, the heavy, stagnant air hits me. What I see inside is not just destruction. I see something far more sinister. Zaroth conducted experiments here, experiments to create a race of immortal soldiers. They used the energy of the stars and dark matter, creating monsters that defy the very nature of life. They are not just destroying, they are trying to rebuild, creating monsters that defy the very nature of life. This is not just war. This is a perversion. And these monsters, they are becoming the real threat. I cannot let this continue. As I continue to search through the laboratory, the storms outside the structure grow even more intense. The sound of the distorted cosmic energies seems to follow each step we take, as if the planet itself is trying to expel us. But something else catches my attention. In the back of the room, among the debris, I find a series of ancient records. They are covered in cosmic dust, but as I touch them, I feel the weight of a forgotten history, a history that must be remembered. As I open the records, the words hit me like a punch. What I see is not just a description of a scientific experiment, but the history of a lost civilization, a race that tried to manipulate cosmic forces to achieve transcendence, to become something more. They tried, in their arrogance, to control the cosmos, to shape it to their will. And it was this attempt that gave birth to Zaroth. Zaroth was not born as an evil being. He was created to restore the balance of the universe, a weapon made to correct the mistakes of a civilization that believed it was greater than nature itself. But what happened? The power they unleashed corrupted Zaroth, transforming him into something much darker than they could have ever imagined. Instead of being a restorer of balance, he became the executioner of creation. The revelation is devastating. Zaroth is the key to all of this. He is a weapon created in the name of a cosmic ideal. But now, he is the ruin itself, the leader of the Obsidian Horde. The force that has devastated so many worlds is not a creation of pure malice, but a tragedy. He has become the personification of the cosmic mistake. And now he is trying to destroy everything to remake the universe in his image. The cycle of war and destruction that the Obsidian Horde is imposing is not just a quest for power, but a desperate attempt to fulfill a mission that has been distorted by their own corruption. This knowledge weighs on me. It is not just a fight against alien enemies. We are dealing with cosmic forces, with an energy that surpasses anything I have ever imagined. Zaroth is not just the enemy. He is the consequence of a much greater war, one that dates back to the dawn of creation. And if we do not stop him now, this cycle of destruction may spread even further. The ruins of Yxaroth are quieter now, an almost suffocating silence enveloping me as I walk toward the center of the control room. The air is heavy, charged with radiation and energy, and every step I take seems to bring me closer, not only to Zaroth, but to the very abyss itself. The cosmic storms outside can no longer distract me. All that exists now is the sound of my breathing and the weight of this mission. When I finally enter the control room, the sight that presents itself before me is something that defies comprehension. Zaroth, the Desolator, is there. He is no longer the leader of an army, but a fragmented entity, a fusion of flesh, metal, and energy that seems to be constantly reassembling, as if his existence is on the verge of dissolution. He watches me, and for a moment, I feel as if I am being invaded by a greater presence, something that transcends physics and reason. Zaroth is not the monster I imagined. He is not a pure machine of destruction, but something different, something that carries within him the philosophy of a being who sees destruction as a necessary evil. And he offers me something I did not expect, an alliance. You see destruction, but I see renewal, he says, his voice echoing like a deep whisper in my mind. The balance of the universe requires the death of worlds. Join me, and together we can reshape everything around us. Zaroth's offer is tempting. He offers unlimited power, the kind of power that could guarantee victory, not only against the Obsidian Horde, but against any threat that dares challenge the Galactic Federation. He speaks of a new universe, a universe where chaos and destruction are simply necessary steps toward regeneration. A universe where he and I would have the power to shape it in our image. The temptation is great. The idea of having total control over the fate of worlds, of being able to save the innocent in my own way, without the limitations of galactic politics and morality, is something hard to ignore. But at the same time, I feel the weight of every life lost, every sacrifice I've already made. Destruction cannot be the price of regeneration. You ask me to destroy everything I protect. I say, trying to keep my voice firm. Renewal cannot come at the cost of millions of lives. I believe in a better future, but not through chaos. That is not how you build a new universe. Zaroth seems to hesitate for a moment, as if his own existence is in doubt in the face of my words. But then he smiles, a smile that is not human, but one from someone who has seen beyond what any being should see. You still don't understand, Nolak. Death is not the end. It is merely a transition, a preparation for what is to come. Join me, and the universe will be yours to rule. The dilemma is real. The power offered by Zaroth is undeniable, but the price he demands is the destruction of everything I love. In a moment of reflection, I remember every battle I have faced, the friends I've lost, the civilizations I've helped save. I cannot accept this proposal. I cannot be complicit in the end of everything I believe. No, I reply, firmly, feeling the strength of my words. I will not sacrifice life for a corrupted ideal, no matter the power you offer me, Zaroth. I am not like you. Zaroth watches, his eyes shining with a cold, distant light. You will make your choice, Nolak. But remember, destruction is inevitable. All who oppose me are destined to become part of the cycle. And then, with an abrupt movement, Zaroth dissolves into the darkness of the room, his presence spreading like a shadow, leaving me with the feeling that the battle has only just begun. The tension grows as Zaroth reveals his true intention. Amidst the confrontation between the rubble and wreckage of the ruins of Yxaroth, a terrifying truth begins to form in my mind. This is not just a war for conquest. It is not just the destruction of worlds that the Obsidian Horde seeks. Zaroth's true weapon, the key to his plan, is something much larger, a threat that could alter the fate of the entire universe. You still don't understand the true extent of what I'm about to do, Nolak, Zaroth says, with a cold, almost arrogant smile. He is no longer just threatening the life of a planet or a galaxy. What he revealed is something that goes far beyond that. I then see what he wants to show, a massive, unbeatable ship floating between the stars, almost invisible as it absorbs the energy around it. The mothership of the Obsidian Horde. It is gigantic, an organic and mechanical structure at the same time. A cosmic monster that seems to drain the very essence of space and time. Zaroth moves toward the holographic screen, projecting an image of the distant ship, and I can see the star it is consuming. The star is dying, he says, his voice vibrating with a sense of triumph, and with it, everything you know. This ship will be our key to the creation of a new universe, where only the strong will survive. The impact of these words is devastating. The ship is not just a force of destruction. It is about to consume an entire star, absorbing its energy and transforming it into power for Zaroth and his Obsidian Horde. And by doing so, the destruction it will cause will be immeasurable, not just in one stellar system, but throughout the galaxy. You're talking about destroying everything. I say, the weight of the revelation pressing against my throat. You won't just kill worlds, Zaroth. You'll destroy the very essence of life in the universe. Zaroth laughs, his laugh reverberating in the room, cold and emotionless. Destruction is just the beginning, Nolak. The death of stars will bring the birth of a new cycle, where true strength will rule. The universe is aging, and it needs to be renewed. The truth is terrifying. The mothership is not just a military weapon. It is a cosmic cataclysm capable of swallowing entire stars, and, with them, the life of anything that depends on them to exist. If this ship is activated, if it consumes the nearby star, the catastrophe will be inevitable. It will not be just a lost war. It will be the end of a galaxy, of billions of lives, of an entire solar system. I look at my team, who watches with wide eyes, absorbing the magnitude of the revelation. The battle now is not just about bringing down Zaroth. It is about stopping a cosmic destruction, one that will go beyond anything we have faced so far. So this is it, I murmur to myself, the weight of the responsibility becoming even heavier. The war is no longer a matter of resistance. It's a race against time. Zaroth watches me with an intense, almost challenging look. You can't win. There's no way to stop it. The star is already dying. The universe is already doomed. But I won't give up. I can't. The fight now is to prevent this cosmic monster from destroying everything. The true goal of the Obsidian Horde is not just war. It's something much bigger, something that could destroy all possibilities of life in the universe. And I, Nolak, will not allow that to happen. The battle is far from over. The final battle is about to begin. Zaroth's mothership begins to activate its systems, and I know time is against us. Every second that passes is another step toward total destruction. This star is the heart of our galaxy, I say, staring at the colossal ship in front of us. Are we going to snuff it out and see what's left of this destroyed universe? Or are we going to save everything we can, with my team by my side? We move through the dark passages of the ship, facing the forces of the Obsidian Horde. The tension is at its peak. Every corridor is a trap. Every shadow hides a new threat. Zaroth's war machines are everywhere, but we can't stop. The star is dying, and with it, all life that depends on it. We only have one chance to deactivate the ship before the catastrophe happens. Finally, we reach the core of the ship. The pulsating energy around us is almost tangible, and the pressure to destroy the power generator is unbearable. Now or never, I say, preparing the destruction device. The mothership explodes before our eyes. A wave of light so intense it nearly blinds me. The sound of destruction reverberates in my mind as the last sparks of energy dissipate into space. The star, which was on the brink of death, shines again, as if the universe has been saved from the impending catastrophe. We won, but the victory is not sweet. I look out into space, where the light of the star is now the only thing keeping us alive, and a strange weight settles in my chest. The battle is won, but the war is not over. I murmur to myself. The Obsidian Horde is only part of the puzzle. Zaroth may have been defeated, but something is still moving in the shadows. Something we don't fully understand. I know this is not over. The true purpose behind the war remains a deep mystery, and as I look at the star we saved, the only thing I know is that the fight continues. In the next episode, I discover that the destruction of the Obsidian Horde was only a piece of a much larger plan. The true cosmic force manipulating Zaroth's actions is about to be revealed, and with it, an unimaginable power. The universe we know is about to be shaken by a much deeper threat, and I find myself facing an even more difficult choice: fight against the unknown, or succumb to the force that threatens the entire cosmos. Prepare for a confrontation that will redefine the fate of the galaxy.